What does it feel like to have your American basketball dream ripped away in a single conversation? Only to discover that sometimes the best thing that ever happened to you was getting your heart broken. Professional sports can be mercilessly cruel in ways that highlight both the fragility of athletic careers and the resilience of human spirit. One moment you're living the dream, wearing the green and white of one of the NBA's most storied franchises, contributing to a championship organization. The next moment, you're getting that dreaded phone call from the front office, the one that every fringe player knows might come but hopes never will. Miles Norris just lived through this exact nightmare and somehow managed to transform it into something beautiful. His journey from Celtics cast-off to Barcelona newcomer represents more than just a career transition. It's a masterclass in perseverance, a testament to the global nature of modern basketball, and a reminder that sometimes what feels like failure is actually the universe redirecting you towards something better than you ever imagined possible. Picture the scene. Miles Norris, 25 years old, finally feeling like he'd found his NBA home with the Boston Celtics. After bouncing around the league since going undrafted in 2023, he'd carved out a role with one of the NBA's elite organizations. 3 games in green and white, modest numbers but meaningful minutes, and the promise of continued development within the Celtics' renowned player development system. Then came August, and with it, the roster mathematics that make professional sports so brutally efficient. The Celtics made moves to acquire R.J. Luis Jr. from the Jazz, filling their 2-way contract slots and creating a numbers crunch that had nothing to do with Norris's talent or potential. Sometimes in the NBA, you're not cut because you can't play, you're cut because there's simply no room for you to exist. The waiver announcement probably felt like a punch to the gut. After fighting his way from UC Santa Barbara to the G League, from the Hawks organization to the Celtics, Norris was once again a free agent searching for his next opportunity. In a league where roster spots are precious and chances are fleeting, being waived often feels like professional death, especially when you're 25 and haven't established yourself as a consistent NBA contributor. But here's where the story takes a beautiful turn. Sometimes getting cut from your dream job opens doors you never knew existed. Less than 2 weeks. That's how long Miles Norris spent in professional limbo before FC Barcelona came calling with a 1-year contract offer that would transform his career trajectory in ways the NBA never could have. Suddenly, instead of fighting for garbage time minutes in Boston, he'd be competing at the highest level of European basketball alongside established stars and former NBA veterans. Barcelona isn't just any overseas destination. It's one of European basketball's crown jewel organizations, a club with championship expectations and a global reputation that rivals any NBA franchise in terms of prestige and competitive excellence. When Barcelona offers you a contract, you're not being relegated to basketball's minor leagues. You're being invited to join basketball's global elite. The roster he's joining tells the story of Barcelona's ambitions. Willy Hernangomez brings NBA championship experience and international pedigree from his time with various NBA teams and the Spanish national team. Tomas Satoransky adds another layer of NBA veteran leadership, having carved out a solid career as a reliable point guard across multiple organizations. For Norris, this represents more than just another basketball job. It's an opportunity to develop his game at the highest international level while experiencing European basketball culture that could expand his perspective on the sport and life itself. Barcelona's interest in Norris wasn't accidental or desperate. It was strategic targeting of specific skills that translate perfectly to European basketball. His size and shooting ability represent exactly the kind of versatility that European coaches covet, particularly in systems that emphasize ball movement and perimeter shooting. At 6 feet 8 inches with legitimate three-point range, Norris possesses the prototype skill set that thrives in European basketball's more position-fluid approach. While NBA teams often pigeonhole players into specific roles, European basketball tends to reward versatility and basketball IQ over pure athleticism, creating opportunities for players like Norris to showcase broader skill sets. His college background Starting at Oregon before transferring to UC Santa Barbara suggests adaptability and the ability to succeed in different systems. European basketball demands exactly this kind of flexibility, as players must adjust to different coaching philosophies, playing styles, and cultural expectations throughout their careers. The shooting component becomes particularly crucial in European basketball, where the three-point line is closer and offensive systems are designed to create quality perimeter looks. Norris's ability to stretch the floor and contribute from beyond the arc makes him immediately valuable to Barcelona's offensive schemes. Norris's quick transition from NBA cast-off to Barcelona newcomer illustrates the increasingly global nature of professional basketball careers. The days when overseas basketball was viewed as career purgatory are long gone, replaced by recognition that European leagues offer competitive excellence, financial security, and cultural experiences that can enhance rather than derail professional development. Modern players understand that European basketball provides opportunities for skill development, leadership experience, and international exposure that can actually improve NBA prospects down the road. Players who excel overseas often return to the NBA with enhanced reputations, broader skill sets, and the kind of international experience that teams increasingly value. Barcelona's willingness to invest in Norris reflects European basketball's sophisticated scouting and development capabilities. They're not just signing NBA rejects, they're identifying players whose skills align with their strategic needs and whose potential might not have been fully realized in the NBA environment. The financial aspects can't be ignored either. European contracts often provide guaranteed money and lifestyle benefits that two-way NBA deals simply can't match. Instead of fighting for minimum wages and uncertain roster spots, players can earn substantial salaries while experiencing different cultures and basketball philosophies. Understanding why Boston waived Norris requires examining the cold business calculations that drive NBA roster construction. The Celtics didn't release him because of performance issues or character concerns. They cut him because roster mathematics demanded difficult choices about two-way contract allocations. The trade for R.J. Luis Jr. created a domino effect that ultimately cost Norris his spot. Luis's acquisition filled Boston's two-way slots, while they still needed to accommodate rookie Amari Williams, the 46th overall pick, who required roster space for development. In NBA mathematics, established rookies often take priority over unproven veterans, regardless of individual merit. This roster crunch reflects broader NBA trends toward youth development and draft pick investment. Teams increasingly prioritize developing their own draft selections over maintaining veteran depth, particularly when salary cap considerations create pressure for cost-effective talent acquisition. Boston's decision also highlights the franchise's confidence in their player development system. They believe they can maximize Williams's potential while using their remaining roster spots more strategically, even if it means losing a player with NBA experience and potential. Norris's move to Barcelona represents more than just a career transition. It's cultural exchange that enriches both American and European basketball. He brings NBA training methods, competitive intensity, and American basketball perspectives to Barcelona's system, while absorbing European tactical sophistication and international basketball approaches. This cross-pollination benefits everyone involved. Barcelona gains access to American athletic development and competitive fire, while Norris experiences European basketball's emphasis on fundamentals, team play, and tactical complexity. These exchanges have historically produced better players and more sophisticated basketball globally. The language and cultural challenges will test Norris's adaptability in ways that pure basketball never could. Learning to communicate with international teammates, adjusting to different training methods, and navigating European lifestyle differences will develop personal qualities that extend far beyond basketball courts. Success in this environment could position Norris for future opportunities throughout global basketball, whether that means returning to the NBA with enhanced credentials or building a long-term European career with increased earning potential and cultural experiences. Norris's rapid transition from NBA disappointment to Barcelona opportunity provides inspiration for countless players facing similar career crossroads. His story demonstrates that professional basketball careers don't end with NBA rejection. They often just begin taking different, potentially better paths. Young players watching this transition should recognize that basketball excellence exists globally, not just in NBA arenas. European basketball offers legitimate pathways to professional success, financial security, and personal growth that can equal or exceed NBA experiences. The speed of Norris's signing also proves that talent doesn't go unnoticed in global basketball markets. Scouts and front offices worldwide constantly monitor player movement, creating opportunities for those willing to embrace international experiences. Barcelona's investment in Norris reflects long-term thinking that American basketball could learn from. Rather than seeking immediate superstars, they're betting on development potential and skill-set alignment with their organizational philosophy. This approach creates opportunities for players like Norris to prove themselves in high-level competition without the intense scrutiny and pressure that comes with NBA careers. European basketball often provides more patient development timelines that benefit both players and organizations. The one-year contract structure gives both parties flexibility to evaluate the partnership while providing Norris with meaningful opportunities to showcase his abilities on a global stage. Sometimes the best thing that happens to your career is getting your heart broken by your dream job. Do you think Norris made the right choice heading to Barcelona, or should he have waited for another NBA opportunity? And honestly, how many American players do you think are missing out on amazing overseas opportunities because they're too focused on NBA or nothing mentality? Drop your thoughts about this career pivot because this story has way more layers than just another roster move.